أعوذ بالله السميع العليم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, days ago a brother, Muhammad Abbas Adam, who was my student in high school, sent me a question about a dream that he saw concerning two of his deceased classmates. One of them, according to him, was living in a bad condition. All of a sudden his condition became better, or he asked him what his situation was over there, and then he said that it was very difficult, but for the fact that he met Allah, very merciful, his condition now is fine. And then the other one, he asked him what was wrong with him, or how is his situation, or he is not supposed to be alive. And then he responded that yes, he is not dead actually, as the rumor went viral that he actually died, but he is alive. So Abbas Mahmoud Adam sent this question to me to actually verify, or to out of his curiosity, know what this dream or these dreams mean. And then I feel it's okay if we can make this elaborate, so we can have the public consuming or absorbing from it. So with regards to the question, or the response to this question, my dear brothers and sisters, I want to first of all establish the validity of seeing the dead in the dream. Yes, it's okay and it's possible that one can actually see the dead in the dream. Anas bin Malik radiallahu anhu was the servant of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it has been established in an authentic report that he used to see Rasulullah sallallahu in his dream after his death, almost on a nightly basis. So Rasulullah sallallahu says, "Man ra'ani faqad ra'ani fa inna shaytan la yatakhayyal bi." Whoever sees me in his dream has seen me, because shaitan cannot take my form. So which means, or which establishes, that a dead person could actually be seen in dreams. Abdullah ibn Abbas mentioned in a report that he saw a dream, and in this dream he saw the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah sallam was looking tired and exhausted. He was collecting some blood from the ground, and then he was gathering everything in a bottle. And Abdullah ibn Abbas said, he asked the Messenger of Allah sallam, "Whose blood are you collecting?" And then Rasulullah sallam replied, saying that he was collecting the blood of his grandson Al-Hussein and his companions. And Ibn Abbas said, when the news of the death of Al-Hussein reached him from Iraq in Medina, it was the very day that he saw this dream about the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then thirdly, Uthman bin Affan radiallahu anhu, of course we all know how he died, that he was placed under siege for 40 days. And on the last day, Uthman ibn Affan was reported to have seen the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where Rasulullah sallallahu gave him the glad tidings, the good news that he was going to break his fast with them. Rasulullah sallallahu says to him, "Tuftiru indana," you are going to break your fast with us today. And then Uthman bin Affan died while fasting, and he met with his Lord. So, and many other cases that we are aware of from the books of the scholars. Some of the ulama saw dreams about some of the ulama that passed away a long time ago, and then they gave them glad tidings or good news about their conditions over there. So all of these are facts to establish that one can actually see the dead in the dream. Now, coming down to the interpretations of some of the dreams we see about the dead. Muhammad ibn Sirin, concerning seeing the dead in the dream, he said that he prefers to see the dead in the dream while he takes something from the dead, rather than the dead taking something from him. He said the interpretation of the dead taking something from you in the dream is that you're going to lose that thing. If the dead person takes something away from you in your dream, it means that you're going to lose that thing. If what he took from you was or is a human being, it means that that person is going to die. And if it's your close relative, you're going to lose that person. So this is what Ibn Sirin said concerning the deceased person taking something away from you. And then another interpretation of seeing the dead, most at times it depends on what we see this dead person doing. So his action in the dream will determine the interpretation that should be given to the dream that was seen. For example, if a dead person, or if a person dreams that he is dead, he's been washed, he's been bathed, and he's been shrouded while the people around are crying, they are mourning, they are crying, it means this person is going to lose his religion. And then some of the ulama said that if a dead person, or if a person sees in his dream that he dies while there are people around carrying him on their shoulders to the cemetery, then the interpretation of this is that he would lose his religion while he would gain the dunya. That is, he will gain a position at the expense of his religion. This is what the scholars have said about the interpretation of seeing yourself while dead being carried on the shoulders of a group of people. And then they have mentioned also that part of the interpretation of seeing the dead also depends on what you see the dead, or what you saw the dead doing in the dream. If a dead person is seen to be smiling, laughing, it of course shows that his state in the barzakh, in the grave, is a good one. He is happy. His state over there is a good one. And then if a dead person tells you that he is not dead, Ibn Sirin said it means that his condition with Allah is very good. His condition with Allah is very good. And this answers the question of Abbas Mahmoud Adam. And then if a person sees that he is following a dead person, you're following him from behind, it means you're going to follow the legacy of this person, the legacy, the exact legacy that he led while he was alive. It means you're actually going to follow the footsteps of that person. Now, if a person sees himself accompanying the dead, there are a lot of dead people, and then you see yourself in their midst, the interpretation is that you're going to accompany the munafiqun. You have a lot of hypocrites, or people whose religion corrupts, as your friends. So you need to look inwards and change your friends. Now, if a person sees that a dead person is speaking to him in the dream. Now, the ulama, the scholars of dreams and interpretation, have said that there are three entities. Their words in the dream are true. One of them is the dead person. If you see a dead person talking to you, it means whatever he says to you is true. It is true. We give example of the narration of Aisha bin Talha, who saw her dead father in the dream telling her to change his location. So Aisha bin Talha understood the dream to mean that he should go, or she should go, to her father's grave. She actually did that. She dug the grave and saw that the place was filled with water. So Aisha exhumed the corpse of her father and buried him in another location. So number two, if a person sees the animals speaking to him in the dream, the words of the animals are also considered by the scholars of dreams and interpretation to be very true and very correct. So it's okay to take sacrosanct whatever, or to consider sacrosanct whatever they have said in the dream. That's for animals. And then thirdly, they said that the words of newborn, that is babies or infants, their words are also true. Whatever they tell you in the dream is also correct. So if a person sees himself digging a grave, a person who is alive sees a dream where he digs a grave for himself, it means that that grave that he digs, the interpretation is that he is going to build a house for himself in that same place he saw the dream. But if he sees himself having dug the grave, entering it, it means that he's going to be imprisoned, because grave in the dreams in most cases mean that one is going to be imprisoned. Then if a person sees, or in his dream, if a person sees in his dream that he's been called from an unknown location, that somebody who is dead called him from an unknown location, he could not see him, but he could recognize his voice. But this person, of course, died long time ago. It means nearness of the death of the person who saw this dream. Now, similarly, if a person sees that the third person is happy with him, is smiling, it means that the deceased person is happy with you, probably for taking care of some of his things, like you prayed for him, you observed salah for him, you didn't let his legacy to die, and so on and so forth. It means that the dead is happy with you. But if he frowns at you and turns away as a result, it means that he is not happy with you, because you probably didn't safeguard some of his properties, you didn't protect his legacies, you didn't, all of this. And if a dead person is seen to have a handshake with you, somebody who died long time ago is embracing you and is having a handshake with you, the interpretation is that you're going to have a very long life, you're going to live long. Now, if a person is seen who died long ago is seen to be wearing a white garment, is dressed in a white garment, it means that his condition with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a very good one. Just like the case of Khadija, when she came to the Messenger of Allah sallam and asked, "O Messenger of Allah, what can you say about the state of my cousin Waraqah bin Nawfal?" And then Rasulullah sallam said, "Oh, about Waraqah bin Nawfal, I saw him in my dream adorned or dressed in a white garment. If he were to be from the inmates of hell, he would have been dressed on another color apart from white." Now, the fiqh of this is that Rasulullah sallam mentioned only white. But from what we know of green, we can also confidently say that if a person sees that a dead person wears green or is adorned, with green garment, then we can say from what has been inferred or analogically that this person has also a good faith with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is because the color of Jannah is green, as stated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in so many ayats of the Quran. And then Rasulullah sallam also said that he saw Jibreel while he carried 600 wings, and these wings were green. His soul, the sole of his feet were also green. So green is a color that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala associated with good things, especially Jannah. So if a person sees a dead person also wearing green, then it means that this person is also having it good with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If a dead person is seen in the midst of unknown people, and these people, they are sparkling or they are spangling or they appear to be dazzling, it means that the condition of this person is also good. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this beneficial to us, make this beneficial to the ummah. Wherever I have said the right is from Allah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it beneficial to us, and wherever I have said wrong or made mistake is from me and shaitan, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala expunge it from my memories and replace it with something better for us. وصلى الله بنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.